Warning, the content ahead may be frightening or distressing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. If you like this content, please consider linking the video and subscribing to the channel. I wasn't hired to save anyone. That was the first thing they clarified. The emergency broadcast station existed outside the city grid, beyond where public transport bothered to go. A concrete structure surrounded by antennas tall enough to vanish into fog. No signage, no windows, no indication that anyone inside was human. During orientation, the supervisor said,
"This station does not prevent disasters. It manages population response."
Then he handed me a key card that only worked one way. Once inside, the door sealed with a sound like pressure equalizing. The control room smelled sterile and old, like dust trapped in plastic. A binder waited on the desk.
"Rules,"
the supervisor said.
"Follow them exactly."
The binder was thick, not just rules. Addendums, handwritten notes, clipped memos, sections taped over and rewritten. Every rule looked like it had been added after something went wrong. Rule 1. If an alert begins without authorization, log it as scheduled. Unauthorized implies error. Error implies liability. Rule 2. Never mute the broadcast. Silence is considered catastrophic system failure. Someone had underlined catastrophic 3 times. Rule 3. If the broadcast voice changes mid-alert, do not intervene. A note in red ink. Interruption increases casualty radius. Rule 4. Emergency messages may contradict each other. This is intentional. Rule 5. If an alert addresses station personnel directly, remain seated. Another note. Movement has been interpreted as defiance. Rule 6. If an alert describes events that have not occurred, do not attempt to warn anyone. Typed below in a different font. Warning causes deviation. Rule 7. If you recognize a voice in the broadcast, log the timestamp. Do not respond. Someone had scribbled, "They already tried." Rule 8. Do not leave the control room during an active alert. The corner of the page was burned. Rule 9. If instructed to reroute emergency signals to a non-designated region, comply. Handwritten edition. They need practice. Rule 10. If a final continuity message is received, ensure it plays in full. No notes, no explanations, no exceptions. The first few hours were routine, static, diagnostics, signal pings. At 01:17 a.m., the system triggered an alert without authorization. No alarm tone, no countdown, just a voice. "This is an emergency broadcast. Please remain indoors." The console listed no affected region. I logged it as scheduled. The alert repeated and repeated. The system showed increasing compliance metrics, even though no one had been notified officially. That's when I realized the station wasn't broadcasting to people. It was broadcasting through them. At 02:04 a.m., the message changed. "Please remain indoors. Cover reflective surfaces. Do not look directly at emergency lighting." That wasn't protocol. My hand twitched toward the mute switch. Rule 2 stopped me. The signal strength climbed beyond normal thresholds. Then the voice said, "Continuity technician, please remain seated." My stomach dropped. Rule 5. I stayed still. The system logged successful compliance. More alerts followed. Some overlapped. Different voices, different tones. One calmly instructed people to barricade themselves. Another told them to open their doors to let responders in. A third told them responders were compromised. Rule 4. Contradiction was intentional. I watched population heat maps flicker as neighborhoods panicked themselves apart. At 3:39 a.m., I heard my mother's voice. Not distorted, not altered.
"Please stay where you are. It's safer if you don't move."
My hands shook as I logged the timestamp. Rule 7. I did not respond. The system marked the alert as emotionally effective. At 4:11 a.m., the printer activated on its own. A transcript slid out. 04:19. Technician exhibits intent to stand. I stared at the paper. My legs felt numb. At 04:19, the alert changed.
Thank you for remaining compliant.
The system updated my status to stable asset. That word stayed on the screen. Asset. At 5:02 a.m., the station rerouted signals to a rural zone. No emergency listed. Rule 9. The broadcast instructed evacuation to a location that didn't exist. I watched as signal feedback confirmed movement. Then silence from that region. No follow-up alerts. Just a note added automatically. Practice complete. At 5:58 a.m., a new file appeared. No override option, no pause function, final continuity message. The broadcast began.
This concludes public emergency communication.
Every signal meter spiked.
The population has been sufficiently instructed.
I realized then, the goal was never survival. It was obedience under stress.
Station silence is no longer required.
The message continued.
Continuity achieved.
The broadcast ended. The speakers went silent. For the first time all night, nothing. The lights shut off. The console powered down. And somewhere far beyond the range of antennas, something that depended on constant instruction realized the guidance had stopped. I'm still sitting in the chair. The door never unlocked. And I don't think the station needs me anymore.